is from a reliable authority. I mean, for a reliable source, that he confirmed that it was Peter Obi that told all the obedient to be abusing him, attacking him. He said it. And I was like,
Baba,
I mean, what is this?
I don't know.
I don't know. Believe it too. No be saying here to be. Now because say Obasanjo get linked with Obi. That is why this Baba, they do all this.
Himself and Obi, they belong to the same group.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I they tell you now, himself and Obi, they're the same Sea-Dog. Yeah, the same Sea-Dog. Waiting in the talk. Well, I just see these people. The funny thing about them is that you will be surprised that what do they need this money for? That is why I ask myself, what do these people need this money for? You see, those interviews are so timely that seeing the like of Bode George now coming out.
Now, so that they do them now. You go next week, now 1 year in office. Baba, see, person will not be the president. Person where we say no be the one be. They ignore the president. They ignore the government that is running down Nigeria. Baba, they can't spend energy on somebody will not be president.
President. Because that is the person that is
kind thing before.
No, that you see, whatever they see that will liberate, will open the eyes of the people. They run after it.
Let's even kind of review this, right? Let's assume say, okay, we don't even like Obi or anything now, fine. But we want to talk about Nigeria, okay? Well, then I started attacking Obi. That you get. No matter how bad Nigeria is, Obi will never be this. Obi, this one that cannot even do this. But Baba, use this energy on the one. We deal with everybody now. I beg.
With all the economic strategy on the head of Oshibajo, why can they not consult Oshibajo? Why are they attacking Obi? Did you listen?
It's a normal thing. Did you listen? Attacking him is a way to just make us leave Tinubu alone.
Did you listen to? Did you listen to the minister, the youth minister yesterday?
And I did. I was watching this thing where some of them were complaining about obedience. I'm gathering something on that too for tonight.
Oh, please. I would like you to listen to that girl.
I will.
The girl was just pausing on the tablet and saying we should be doing no meaningful achievement of what she's done. No meaningful achievement.
President Tinubu was like they are just praising a deity there, right? President Tinubu has directed us in your President Tinubu's plan and vision. The renewed hope vision and agenda is to make sure that we help 2 million women. So we will help. We will. I think I saw some of it. I'm going to come with a lot tonight, Baba. I'm going to come with a lot tonight.
I just look at it. I just said to myself, I said, there's going to be a day that whether we like it or not, Nigeria is just sitting on a keg of gunpowder.
Just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time. It might be 1 year, it might be 2 years, but this thing will explode. It would.
They can't continue like this. Let's be honest. See, even if you love Tinubu so much, right, and you are putting up all kind of defense and all of that for him. See, let me tell you something. Tinubu and his gang, the way they are going, if they don't bend the corner, I don't care about all of that things that a lot of people believe.
Atiku said we think for another mouth now. Atiku was saying, this is not the fault of Tinubu. I say, I swear.
It is called the establishment, Baba. It is the system.
I said, so all of a sudden, something is exchanging hand with these people. What's going on? And they cannot see what the problem that is going on. People cannot even educate themselves. They want to block the whole of that aspect to just reduce everybody to Almajiri completely. They want to spread that all those Almajiri system all the way, water it down to the south. I don't know.
Now it is now going to be us now. Let's see how many of us are going to actually let them. Me, I won't let them. And I hope a lot of people will try and stop not let them too.
Is because see the people that jackpot in like 3-4 years ago, a lot of people from here are the one financially sustaining their family back home.
No lies there, Baba. And that's why I feel sorry for some of us who are abroad. And you have opinion to defend these criminals in Nigeria.
I still don't know how people work and get 30,000 naira and they have to pay house rent. They have to pay, go to
they
work.
Mostly depend on people, somebody else, Baba. Somebody else is paying the bill.
I said to myself, I said, I said, plus and minus, if you're going to pay house rent, you're going to eat, you're going to send your children to school, you're going to feed your wife, you're going to transport yourself. How does it balance? Your money cannot even feed you for 3 nights, 4 nights. So how are you people managing? If not for people abroad sending all this money back to you people.
They have all places they kind of tap from people here and there. There's nobody that can survive on 30,000 naira. Nobody. But it's because, this money, this one give them 1,000, another one 500. Somebody else says, oh yeah, take this one and pay your child their school fees. Okay. And balance that. So all of those money is not accounted for. So they will still come to you and say, and only 30,000 will they manage. Everything is very hard.
My brother, people know. I was shocked when I talked to some people where you go here say they cannot even pay WAEC fees for their
now 1,500. WAEC fee now is almost 10,000 naira now. That WAEC fee, we see that they charge 750 naira, 1,002 back then, right? It's almost like some are paying as much as 15,000 naira. They can't afford it. And more children are never going to write the exams. And more of them are going to be out of school. And then university, they've removed all the subsidy on that too. They were waiting for student loan. And while some of them are waiting for student loan, schools have increased their tuition. Some of them have dropped out now. Baba?
They increased the student loan. They said there's student loan. The student loan. How can you be spending money on people going on pilgrimage and not be able to spend that same money on student loan?
Who is deceiving who?
Who is deceiving who? And the student loan doesn't cover people in private, what's it called? State university. It's only federal university.
Now up there, they talk now, say, even where is the money? They said 1% of money from crude oil will be used for student loan. Ask them, how much did they make from crude oil last month? Nobody knows. Country where they produce oil and educated people from that country cannot pull out a statistic, verifiable statistics to say this is how much crude oil Nigeria is selling. Nobody.
They don't even know our average consumption plus or minus every day. They don't know.
But we are educated. We are Nigeria. Nigeria is giant of Africa. Come on, shut up, man. Come on, please.
And you can imagine when they started prosecuting people like Shell and all these Ajib for the damage they've done onshore or to the environment, they started selling their blocks because they've seen that they started paying, the people started winning so much in the last 2 years. So they started selling all those blocks so that they are not going to get involved with the compensation and started moving offshore.
Yeah.
I just look at it that the only solution is not gonna be a mass protest. I don't see that mass protest because now these people, if they can sell their votes for 5,000, how much more when these people they go and buy when they see that they are crying too much, they will just carry which local government is crying the most. Let's carry some rice and some chicken to the place. Look for MC Oluomo or Tafasego. Just line them up, just give them. Look for somebody at Oshodi. Look for what's it called? Kokosaria in Oshodi. Let him deal with this. Look for people in Koshofe. Wherever they see that they cry too much, that is the place. Look at the day they started shouting in Lagos Island, they've been power out. 2-3 days after, they started putting chicken, rice, yam,
food out. They started even promising them that they will be feeding 1,000 every day, 1,000 people every day for 6 months. Some of them are waiting for that food. They haven't been fed a day.
Now, wow. Now, I just don't see that revolution. I don't see it as a mass protest.
Yeah, some said that maybe when people are so hungry, they will come out. But what people don't know is that hungry people might be an angry man may be angry man, but you get one kind of hunger we go catch you. You won't have that strength. Okay.
They won't. I don't.
And some people are already looking that tired, weak, that if you push them, like they're like walking corpses. If you push them too much, they have too much going on in their head. That's it. You push them, you buy coffin. So are those ones strong enough to go and do? Well, anyway, I don't want to be totally off.
No, but it's fact. My ego is a fact. You will see it for Nigerians. When people cannot eat this, they will tell you they can eat, they can buy this and eat. They can buy that and eat. You see, people, this paint container for Gary is about 4,000 naira.
I swear.
And what next? Okra, they just put okra in bag now. 4 okra for 200 naira. Pepper, rodo, they will put 4 in a bag. They don't put them for bag. You know they did for that lamb baby. You know when you cross a journey for when you go for evening, where you go say this, you go negotiate and you go just carry go. No, you know they don't
just point at them and say this one. So they don't bag them now. You even talk about the bag Indomie. Are you sure that no be crumbs, Indomie crumbs? You know that one we say, you see, back then, I don't know, because we were dealing in noodles at some point, okay? So because of that, we get to know that in their factory, if you are buying from factory directly, they also have bag.
I know now. I know the one when they talk now. Then they put them for, if you come Osho, they
measure them like that for us, like that.
They measure for that. But this one, I Indomie now. Maybe like the
poor people will say, I want to what? Now them they buy those. So if you know what go back, because to us, instead of buying the pack of 30 naira, 25 naira, you could pay just 50 naira and get a bucket. I mean, enough that could make you know now. If you make you,
it's there for June now for
June now.
But now this one now break, then they break the shop. People know if you buy yam. One person know if you buy yam. They negotiate them now.
So like me, I go to my shy now, my tea. And say, yeah, give me 3 egg, 2 noodles, 4 egg. And now, person will do money ritual, go feel order that one now.
People they ask now, say when they see, I tell you, somebody say he do it back. And you know this ejaigu, then when they put for, you say now one in tier for inside the soup, the other one they keep on for tomorrow.
Just to your long, just so by ye.
They
so it's true that all this mugari, jepmomo, urieja, and all this thing is actually real, Baba. And people are there.
If you go on Facebook, you see the way they advertise Pomo now.
Yeah.
Pomo, you go say you go back, say Pomo. You know, say Pomo
nutritional value. Nutritional value, bao.
You know, saying in those days when you go Oshodi for Ujuni, you go see the Pomo go where they wet them with water. But now the other poor Pomo, the one where they don't fry, the white one, now him they buy now.
You remember those white people barely buy or touch.
Then they put okun inside that. Oh yeah, now him people they run after now. That one, the grade even low than that Pomo Jebugo.
Baba?
The grade even low than the Pomo Jebugo.
They don't even go. Maybe they don't go cut old abandoned shoe, wash and soak and dry them. Can't go sell them to people.
We don't even. Anyway. I go join you for evening.
No wahala. Thank you so much. You have a good yourself, okay?
Okay.
Then you go hear now. This one they talk say you go hear Have you seen Shege into you? Oh, this one, oh. But most of the time, it's going to sound like we are exaggerating. That's not exaggeration. What you are living with, if you are watching me from Nigeria, what you are doing is called living in denial. Tell yourself, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You know? Well, I mean, you know, more pego. I mean, let's be honest, personally, I won't rule it out. Have you seen what people are making up and packing and then they're selling to people in Nigeria for food? Some of these videos, if you see some of them, you'll be like, oh my God. If you see some of those videos where they are NAFDAC, I catch some of these guys, man, you go see some of these old shoes. There are some old shoes that are like, we call them pomo. These guys could soak them, add chemical, this chemical, that cut them into pieces, put them inside oven, making look like say na grilled pomo lokun. Sure you get now. Now you because they sell plastic rice to people. Rice will be seen as plastic. They go see sell to you and say na food. Hello there.
Hello, Michael.
Oh, Lady Charm. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
In fact, listening to the last call was rather depressing.
Can imagine.
That our people are suffering, honestly. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start.
They think we are the ones over exaggerating it, but I know what goes out of my wallet every month. That's not normal.
Do you know what? Yes, and I think that's part of the problem that we have is the people. Look, Michael, the issues that we have in that region, they're just there's a lot. There's a lot that we have to contend with. Okay, we already know the legislation is what they call it is compromised. Judiciary is compromised. The executive is compromised. The media as well. We need to hold those people their feet to the fire. They are also compromised. Part of the problem we have as well is that people are largely ignorant about the problems that we have in that country. That's why they can tell people in diaspora, you guys are overreacting, because they're not getting any kind of news. And even if at the end of the day, right, somebody says, oh, such and such has happened, but before you know it, you don't hear about it anymore. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's investigating. Nobody's addressing any issues. We just move on to the next thing. That is deliberate. They're deliberately keeping people in the dark. And I see that it is terribly dangerous because when it kicks off, right, a lot of innocent lives will be lost because you don't have the right people telling people that, oh, this is happening. This is how bad it can get. And then, people will go out there one day and they will not come back. Because when there's fire on the mountain, nobody deemed it fit. Do you understand?
Like, take a look at it this way, the way they normally react as in Nigeria, okay? When you say something, did you not hear that? So say, no, we did not hear anything here. You people always know things before us. They say, oh, the reason why people are not reacting is because they don't know, or they will know later. But okay, when they finally now knew about something, what did they do? They move on. So that then put to question that when people say it's because they didn't know. Okay, now that they know, what did they do? They move on. They wanted to pretend that it's not happening.
Listen, Michael, I understand what you're saying. That okay, yes, when they have the information, then what then do we do about that information? But the point I'm trying to make is this, right? I live outside the country. When I tell them about the things that we talk about on your show, right? They're like, this is news to us. They didn't know. I said, okay, aren't you listening to the news? Aren't you following what is going on a daily basis? And everything. So I'm like, we're tired of Tinubu stuff. It's so heart wrenching and everything. I just want to go about my day, and all of that. But you live in the UK. You know that when, if anything is going on in the House of Commons and everything, how they talk about it every single day until people come outside and do something. Even you as somebody who, yes, we vote and everything, will be like, oh gosh, when are these people going to stop this thing? And everything.
We are having general elections soon. All of these things where they don't do us, we are waiting because we are conscious.
Because we're conscious. Well, I mean, I think there are many layers to the Nigerian problem. There are just too many layers. look at this coastal whatever, only for us to wake up this morning and they're not doing the coastal. Meanwhile, you've destroyed people's houses, people's businesses, up and down the whole place. When they asked you a simple question, did you do an impact assessment, whatever? You said yes. You nodded your head like a lizard. Yes, we did it. You did an impact assessment. You did not know that there was this underground cables inside there.
No, they didn't.
It is only now that you have discovered that there's underground cables inside there, and now you're not going to do it anymore. Okay, what about those businesses? What about those lives that have changed because of the things that you have done?
Collateral damage.
Quiet, not a peep, not a word. And because we don't have you can't even say go to court. Even if they know they are wrong, you go to court, they tie you up in court for decades on end until Tinubu dies and maybe Sheyi becomes president and everything. Your story will still be there. At some point, they're just going to give up and be like, what's the point of chasing this? They're not going to win any money. 15 trillion they've allocated to it. Okay, nobody is saying that out of that 15 trillion, let us give these people that we've destroyed their lives, let us give them the means to which to reestablish themselves. Nobody is going to do that. It's just business as usual.
It is so. And if you speak too much, you are just somebody who is enemy of progress. So go back to an
enemy of what? Okay, so if you say I'm enemy of progress, enemy of what progress? Can you tell me the progress that you've done?
I know.
Let me know which part
so
of
that
the
I can
enemy that I am.
understand which progress I'm actually hindering. If I'm hindering anybody's progress, explain to me that progress.
Explain to me what the progress is so that I can stand on that business. Okay, yes, truly I'm an enemy of progress. There's no progress.
None.
We're practically walking backwards into the dark ages. That is, we're not there already. The North is practically in the dark ages. You're talking about, what they call it, farming, rural. You want to go from one state to the other. Who does that in any sane society?
Nowhere.
And we keep telling people one of the richest people in this world, forget about people like Elon Musk and co, are the people who are in control of the food that you eat.
Yes.
The milk that you drink.
Yes.
They're not poor. They're one of the wealthiest people in the world. And are we too stupid to harness that kind of process? We're not.
We just talk about them theoretically.
There's something devious. There's something evil. People are dying every day. Dying every single day because of illiterates. We call them illiterate, but I feel like they're organized terrorists moving up and down the whole place. I mean, Michael, sometimes listening, I enjoy the program because I feel like prior to being constituent to our program, I was largely ignorant about the Nigerian problem. There were some things that I would say that I was, naturally curious about, and they don't add up for me because that's the kind of mind that I have. But since joining your show and the information that I get on a daily basis, I'm like, my goodness. And I was saying it to a couple of people yesterday, because I was also listening to the show yesterday. I was like, the journey from where we are, right, and where we know that we need to go is a tough one. Because not only are we dealing with bigotry, right? Or our own internal issues. We're also dealing with external, invisible hands, that we don't even know their reach, their depth, and their, how desperate they are to hold on to make sure the status quo remains, because it favors them. And what your last caller said is so true. People go to university. I mean, university in Nigeria is like going to it's like going to the farm with hoe. It's so hard when you know that your mates are doing industrialized farming. You are going there with hoe and cutlass, and you hope to achieve the same thing.
The output can never be the same.
Well, yeah, I know how, and for young girls, especially the ones that look pretty, they're beautiful and they're intelligent. My goodness, they have such a tough time, I went to University of Jos. I know what people had to go through, what some girls went through to that place.
Mm.
The Igbo ones is a whole different. Some of them changed their. Some of them I knew that these are Igbo people. Why are you changing your surname? I was so ignorant. I didn't understand why until they started dealing with you.
Nigeria will humble you, especially if you are interested in understanding a little bit. Because the deeper you know, the deeper you go about Nigeria, the more radicalized you're likely going to be. So if I see people who decide that we need to go on and carry this and face them, I'm like, I understand, but it's not done that way, okay? So we'll do it in a way that once it is time, there will be no going back. That's how it should be. The moment everybody moves, there should be no going back. It should be to the conclusion, and we'll get there. We will. So thank you so much. I want to believe that Our Lady Charm has rounded up our position there. I think I have a Bishop with us. Is that Bishop? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, the general.
Yes, sir. How are you, Baba?
Good afternoon. Ekusha.
Well
Well done, sir.
sir.
Yes, yeah. Now,